Okay. Britt, if you can hear me, to answer your question, anything that you want, whatever you feel like. So you guys, when we do this Gabbin Gals thing, please, let me make sure. Let me see if this pops up.
Hello?
Hello. Okay. Are we
Oh,
there?
hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I
I
can
had you
hear
muted.
you.
With or without the beanie?
Whatever you'd like. I was just going to say,
Well, I
whatever you
mean, my
want
hair,
to do.
I just brushed my hair out, so I'm asking you for advice, with or without the beanie?
Uh, Without is
With.
cute.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. So we've been trying to kind of play with this kind of off stream. But it's hard to do when you're off stream because you're just like, is this actually it? Is this what we want to do? So, well, welcome to Gabbin Gals, you guys. I am Anjou. This is Miss Britt. And we are going to be starting hopefully a weekly a Gabbin sesh, basically. And there really isn't much more to introduce, I guess. Obviously, you guys know who I am because you've been here in the stream for a while. But Britt, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Can you
How was
believe we got our
bingo?
first blackout bingo? The first
Congratulations.
one. That was pretty cool.
Make a mod note so that way when we go to the end of 2023, we can say January 1st, 2023, blackout bingo for the first time.
Blackout bingo for the first time. So, also for this, what I've done with a lot of my sound alerts and commands is we still have them, but I have made them a little bit smaller. So they're kind of in that corner and they're smaller, they're a little bit softer. So we still have them because it's not, you know, both of us as streamers know like interruptions happen. So we still are allowing raids and follows and whatnot. And we'll still acknowledge everything. But basically, yeah, this is it. This is the Gabbin Gals.
This is it.
Sparkly loves your hair.
Oh, that was just a topic of discussion.
It's beanie hair right now. So
It is. I'm about to put it back on.
okay, well, whatever you want to. I love how we both have like very similar backgrounds too, with the sky and the stars and
Yeah.
this piece of hair right here is driving me crazy. I can't stop fucking with it. There we go. Okay.
Whew.
So another thing that we've done is we've kind of collaborated on this Google Doc about topics we want to talk about.
Yes.
So also, if anybody has any ideas for topics, please, let us know. But do you want to talk about some of them? Some of them we talked about?
Yeah. We are trying to keep it as real as possible with being respectful to anything that might come up that might be sensitive to people who are going to join us later on. So we figured we'd start it off with something a little bit lighter and then move into heavier topics later on once we kind of, you got to know us a little bit and how we work together. Because we know us, we've been friends for a long time, but you guys don't know us as we really are when we talk together. So
Well, Mango does. Mango does.
Yeah.
And Callie does, because we've all met. So
That's
so we
true.
know the rapport here.
So some of the things that we were wanting to talk about would be like, talking about some of our past work stories that we've experienced, like the worst places and the best places that we've worked at, or, the best places that we've had, food service experiences, or, the worst places. So things along
that's
those
a
lines.
topic in and of itself.
I know, right? For you, exactly.
When have we gone full Karen on people?
At a restaurant.
Yeah.
And why?
Anywhere really. Supermarket, whatever.
Right.
Sometimes it wasn't deserved, but a lot of times it was. So but we'll save that for another time.
But was it not deserved? Like,
Well, that's what I mean. Is
really? I
like I
mean, if
said,
we
like
get to that point, we're the type of people that, like, if you push us to that point, like, there's a reason that we're
right,
at that
right,
point.
exactly, exactly. So, um, relationships are always a fun topic.
Yeah. One of my personal favorites was things you've heard during Thanksgiving dinner and other family holidays. That was another idea we've had for later on in the
Yes,
season.
the toxic family, uh, people saying things that affect you, but really shouldn't. Maybe.
Well, back
So,
in my day,
back in my day, fuck off. You're younger than I am.
not by much, not by much. Um, well, so the topics are going to vary based on, what we're probably dealing with that week and whatever suits our fancy. So it's going to be something that we're going to be coming up with most likely on the fly. And um, I mean, it's going to be organized. That's type A over there. But
it's
it's definitely going to be something
yes.
that's probably relating to things that we've got going on. Like there
Okay,
will
to be
not
fair,
be.
okay, hang on. To be fair, in the Google sheet, in the Google Doc, did you not put times next to how long we're supposed to be talking about things?
Okay, but that was an
And
example
you're
that I
gonna
was
talk
giving to
about me
you.
being type A? Fuck you.
Okay,
She's
okay.
like, topics we plan to discuss. 5 minutes. I think we're beyond that,
I
by the
was
way.
just, you know what? I was just nurturing that side of your personality that I know and I love so much, which is type A of keeping everything organized. Okay. So I was like, hey, we could keep each section to like a specific topic. We want to keep it organized.
What's
So
really funny
here's
about
how
that? What's
long.
really funny about that whole thing is after dealing with bingo tonight and everybody being like, "Oh, by the way, so and so's not on the card." Oh, and so's not on the card. Obviously, type A isn't working for me. I like to be in control of an organization.
Well, you're also human and everybody makes mistakes. And there's a lot of information that you're packing into those cards.
And I was on my
A
knees
lot
for
of
2 days, so no, I'm
it.
just
Yeah, yeah, heating up hose, that's for sure.
heating up hoses. So, um, but then as far as like, I touched upon this earlier when I was talking about in the very beginning of stream. But in order to, when we originally had this idea, we originally had like, I think there was gonna be four of us doing this, and the four of us were going to alternate the stream. Unfortunately, that kind of fell apart, and now we're just doing the two. So we're just going to be going back and forth between me and Britt. So, like tonight, I hosted because it, was basically my little love child that I wanted to
It
grow,
was
and
like the
so
pilot episode.
the pilot episode, the shit episode. No, I'm just kidding.
No, pilot episodes are not the shit episodes. You know what? The pilot episode of Stargate SG-1 is one of my favorite episodes.
And to be fair, the pilot of Lost was pretty good too.
Yeah, and then they ruined
Pilot.
it like 4 seasons
Well, I
in.
mean, the
And then they
pilot
went on for like,
wasn't,
what,
but
8 seasons?
I think it was 7 seasons, something like that. So, but no. So next week, what we'll do is after bingo's over, is we'll just go right into Brit's channel and we'll go from there. And we're working on like the overlays and the backgrounds. This was all very like last minute. I think like 2 days ago, I was like, "Are we going to do this? We should do this." And Brit was like, "Okay."
To be fair, this has been something that we've been talking about for like a year now,
Yeah.
trying to put it together. And then it was like 6 months ago, we were like, let's do all of this. And then that didn't work out. So finally we were like, you know what, if we don't pull the trigger on it and just pull the trigger on it, then we're not going to. So we
Right.
just decided to do that. And here we are. And from here, we're going to go through different topics each week. We'll alternate between her and mine, and you guys get to come hang out in my area. She gets to bring her cluckers to hang out with me for a little bit, and vice versa. So
Right. And ultimately, the thing is like, if you know, like the Venn diagrams, the little circles or whatever, like our circles are so overlapped. There's very few people on the outside of both of our
very
circles.
intertwined.
Very intertwined. Which, I mean, also ties into like just our friendship and like how we met and how we got to do this stream thing and how we've been able to do a lot of it together.
It's all your fault. You drug me into
It
this.
is my fault. I'm very sorry about that. And actually, you should blame the Fursmans then because it's their fault.
That you got into this?
That I got into this.
Oh my
Um,
Lanta.
I know, so you just can yell at them. But no,
Oh, I like those people.
what?
I said I won't. I like those people.
I know, they're very nice people. Um, but Britt and I have known each other for, God, okay, 2017.
It was like
I think it was
2018.
17.
Like the latter part of 2000, November of like 2017.
I don't
No,
know. I met this
it's
bitch
been a long
online.
time.
I
I
met
met
this
her
bitch
online.
online, and I was just really glad that she wasn't some sort of like online predator.
So I put
Because I
out,
went to her house.
so I owned my own company and I needed some assistance with like somebody just to do paperwork so I could do the load finding because it was a lot of phone calls and then the paperwork on the side just kind of took me away. So as my company grew and my customer needs grew, I needed somebody just to do typing. And so I put out a Facebook job posting and she was the first person who answered it. And I just for some reason out of like the 15 people who applied, hers was like the only one that I was like, this is great. I called some like 50-year-old lady at the time. She was like a 50-year-old lady. She's like, yeah, I've been a taxi dispatcher for about 60 years now. And I'm like, oh God, no, I could not work with this woman. I could not. So when I did the interview with Jen, she was the first application, first interview. And I did a couple more after that just because, I wanted to be fair. And I just
But
I
it
my
was
heart
love
just
at
knew.
first sight.
It was love at first sight. Like my heart just knew. Like she was my person and we were gonna get along really well. And for the first while, didn't your husband make comment about how odd it was that we were very similar?
A lot of the times, he was like, "You guys are the same person. Like, this is perfect for you." And I was like, "I know." And to touch on the whole thing and to why I was looking for this, I wanted to get into dispatching, like 911 dispatching. So I just
She settled on
randomly,
me.
right? Well, I just randomly like
Running a trucking dispatch service.
well, I mean, it worked. It worked out really well because like I just searched Facebook jobs for like dispatcher, and hers popped up, and I was like, okay, well, and then I got there, and I was like, this is definitely isn't like what I thought it was, but obviously, like, I really enjoyed my time, and it worked out really well for two reasons. One, because I could put dispatching assistant on my job applications, and two, because if you ever need a job referral or if you need Brit to like if you need somebody if you need an employer to call somebody, you need to have them call Brit. And she'll be your manager, your former manager, she'll be anything. I mean, it worked out because she actually was
I
my
didn't.
supervisor.
I wasn't dishonest with the
I
lady. I
know,
just told
but
her
like
what you
just
did for me.
I know, but the just the way you speak about it was always very
I
it just
spoke the
worked really
truth.
well.
I spoke the truth. Yeah, I know. She didn't call anybody else. Angela's like nobody else heard from her. Like she spoke to you, and I didn't hear from anybody else that she called anybody
Yeah.
else. She just called her back and hired her.
Which is funny because I mean it goes two ways. One, it's probably just because she's like, oh hey, I heard enough, and two, she hated her job.
Oh,
My background investigator like did not like her job. She was a sergeant or she was a sergeant at the time.
fair
And
enough. She
it
changed.
was
She did a lot of good for you. Okay, good. Check. Hired. Send this one through.
that's what happened. That's what happened.
Pretty
So,
much.
but but it was mostly just trying to get into that industry and needing because all my life I worked retail, I've done food service, and at right
You
before
were
I had
working at a casino when you came to work part time with me.
no.
You were a
Yes.
server at the casino.
Yes, I was. You're right.
Yes.
Because my cafe had closed, so I needed to go somewhere else, and then I started working with you. And in that time, I was also applying for 911 dispatching jobs. So
Right.
And then once I finally got the 911 dispatching job, at that point your business had slowed down a little bit and you didn't need me anymore.
Yeah, and
So
it worked out perfect. So roll
it did.
that back a little bit. So the year before I actually hired her, what started my whole business was that I actually got through to an interview and with the city of Sacramento for the 911
911.
dispatching. And I bombed it because I was excited to be there. They were like, "We don't think you're trainable," and I'm like,
You don't
"Okay."
think you're
So I'm just.
trainable?
That's what she
Uh,
told me. When she let me, she's like, "You know what? We're not gonna have this go further. We just don't think you're trainable." That was what they told me
that's so
when.
awful.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so what do I do now? So I went and I was like, you know what? I know how to do this. And so I made my own business and I ended up, that's funny enough, that was her dream. And so even though I couldn't get it for myself, the least I could do was, she helped me in the meantime and help her try to get what she wanted, which worked out really well.
It worked
Because
out,
look,
and to be fair,
it's
it
my
didn't
best
work out for me
friend.
either. So I, 2 years
Well, it's not
after.
your fault that you were you were.
Right. There's definitely blame on both sides. Most of it, I think, is on their side. There was a
If
lot of different ways things could have gotten handled. On
Yeah.
my
I feel
side, it
like if you would have
just.
been at a better department, you would have been able to shine.
I
I feel
think if
like
I'd
anybody,
gotten, honestly, if I think of that Napa job, that would have been icing on the cake. But literally, all my problems started as soon as they found out that I was applying somewhere else. And next thing you know, it just anyway, so it was not in the cards and it worked out very well because a lot of things happened. Well, like Tony, I agree with you, never let them know you're leaving, but at the same time, like, they with sheriff's offices and police and law enforcement, they have to do like background checks. They had to notify, I waited to the last possible second to let them know and say, hey, I'm just looking. And it anyway, so, but like I said, it turned out well because then after I left with you, you kind of had your own thing you were going on, and I had my, like, literally that first year that I was in training, I was a hermit. I didn't talk to anybody. I was doing my own thing. And then we started getting just kind of friendly and a lot closer and chit chatting.
because you left that job, like didn't we kind of did, I don't want to say like fall out because we didn't really fall out. We just didn't talk to each other as much.
Who is it?
Hello?
Who's at the door?
Food's here. I told you I ordered pizza
Oh, that's right, because you forgot to feed your kids.
because
That's
I forgot
awesome.
to feed my family.
Yeah, whatever. Other things to do.
I know. I was just so anxious, and I was like, "Oh crap! It's 6 o'clock. What am I gonna do? I gotta feed my kids." Um, I forgot where we were going.
How we didn't like fall out of touch, but like we weren't like close.
Yeah, you weren't available because you had such a long drive there and back, and you were working such awkward hours
Oh
that
god, it
it
was
was
so
you
bad.
were just such you were so drained mentally and emotionally. And I
I had
feel like
no
when you
life
finally you didn't, and I feel
for
like
that
when you
first year.
finally left that after everything came down to this big catalyst, you finally left that, and I felt like you kind of rediscovered what made you happy again. And even though it wasn't necessarily the specific job, I feel like it was more of where you were working and the lack of support that you got. Um,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was good for you,
yeah,
and it was good for our friendship.
yeah.
And I think it was good for you to be able to reconnect. It's a very isolating thing, and I think that's what people forget is when you talk about 911 dispatchers and people who work in emergency services, they have. You talk about 911 dispatchers and people who work in emergency services, they have a level of um, secrecy. What's a better word for that? Anonymity that they have to honor and respect.
I
And so,
I don't think it's necessarily secrecy. I think it's just we as a dispatcher, you hear and see so much that numbs you to like I after the first like 6 or 7 months, like I would come home from work and talk to Mark being my husband, and like there were things that
Mustache.
yeah, there were things that happened that day, like, when I first started, I would tell him all about. And then it just got to the point where it was just like, oh yeah, we found a dead guy today, like, cool.
Yeah.
So, but I think, like I said, after that first year, I finally got into the groove of, okay, like this is my life and this is where I can fit things in. We had that Christmas dinner. Yeah, right, exactly, Mango. It's so cool at the beginning. It is
Well,
so
you think that you're
cool.
doing a service to your community. Like that was my want is I
Yes,
wanted to serve my community. And then you think about at what cost are you serving your community? And not everybody's cut out for it. Just like not
I'm
everybody's cut
not.
out to go into the military. Not everybody's cut out to be a politician. Not everybody's cut out to be a singer or an actor. Not everybody's cut out to be a 911
Not for
dispatcher.
lack
And
of trying
now
on some people's parts.
exactly, that's for true. That's for sure. But for me and myself, I'm glad that it didn't happen for me because I realize now I would not be capable of it.
Yeah.
I would not have been good for that position with the things that I've dealt with over the last few years. It would not have been it would not have worked
Yeah.
for me. Um, and I'm glad that it fell through, but I was glad that you were able to experience it and learn that maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
the best thing for you.
Right. And
So
that I just
we all
found out
work
that I'm way
together.
too empathetic. I'm way too I was always told I was too customer servicey. I was too nice to people. I hated being mean to people. But you have to. You have to have a level of like, shut the fuck up. Let me ask you this question. I know you're screaming and you just found your child dead, but let me ask your question, so and that
You have
I
to
just
talk to me right now. There is
yeah.
absolutely nothing else that's more important than me talking to
Than
you
me
right
talking
at
to
this
you and getting
moment.
the information from you
Right.
to send help your way. So, but and I think so. Then, like, because moving our friendship story forward, we had that dinner at my
Yeah.
place,
Oh,
which
that was fun. We played Cards
which
Against Humanity.
which actually was kind of it's funny because like we talked about the butterfly effect and everything, and I think that dinner was the catalyst for my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law divorcing because
Because they realized that one
they
was
were
fun and
supposed
one
to
wasn't.
well, no, they were supposed to come, and the my sister-in-law thought it was just going to be like us four.
Right.
And then when I told her, like, I know I said no, I'm having friends over. This was during COVID too, like towards the end of like
Oh,
middle of
yeah, that's
COVID,
right.
and she was just so paranoid about COVID, like
I forgot this
obsessively paranoid.
happened.
I know, right? Obsessively paranoid about COVID, and she was like, I don't, you can't go, and I'm not going to go, and he didn't get a chance to spend that time with his brother, and I think that was just kind of the catalyst that kind of the straw that broke the camel's back because he was really embarrassed about it. But we had this great dinner. So anyway, we had this great dinner
Yeah,
and
we
Britt
had
came
fun. We had a
over.
great time.
David was there and the kids were there.
Oh,
And
you guys, I gotta tell you, Mustache is great. Great with my kids. Even the ugly
yes,
one, yeah.
even
He's
the
great with my
ugly
kids.
one.
There's a video that we share every year
Oh
from a couple
yeah.
years back of them in the room at their old house back in California, and it's it's Big Cheese on the drums, Little Cheese on the keyboard, and Mustache on the guitar, and they're just jamming out. There it
So
makes no
cute.
sense whatsoever, but
Yeah, you
it's
can't hear
just
shit, but
these little cute kids just going to town and having a good old time. And he would like show them how to do like the arcade games, and
Mac is
for the
great with kids.
patience that he had for the children just touching all his cool stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They were invading his space, and
No,
he was
he
very
adored
kind
it.
about it.
And it's funny because the one that incident you're talking about wasn't even that dinner. That was the
No, that was
previous
before then.
Christmas when you
Yeah.
came over to bring a present over.
That
And then
was your pressure cooker that you never used?
are you talking about? I use that thing all the time. I use yes, the pressure cooker I used all the time. I was so sad when I had to leave it.
You used it all the time?
Yes.
What did you make in your pressure cooker?
A lot of things. Actually, mostly eggs. Hard boiled eggs.
What kind of eggs did you
Hard
make in
boiled
your pressure?
eggs.
Hard boiled. Okay, what else did you make? Because I'm gonna talk to your husband. Because I vaguely remember your husband boiled, saying that you barely used it.
I think my husband's full of shit because he doesn't cook, first of all, so it's not like he would know. But
Oh
no,
my
but we actually, so at the when we moved, that was when we decided to not take it with us because we wanted to get an air fryer and we
Right. You
wanted
guys don't
to.
really have room in the new house for it, anyways.
Right. Well, we ended up getting an air fryer pressure cooker combinations like the Ninja Foodie or was Ninja something. And yeah, we use that. We use that thing all the time. I love instant pot cooking. Like it's just you can take frozen chicken, put it in the instant pot with some water or chicken broth, and then 20 minutes later you got freaking chicken. It's amazing. Either you're muted or you're just mouthing shit at me.
I am mouthing David to go dish out some pizza to everybody while you were talking, so that way he can like do that on the
You
side.
need a whiteboard. You need a whiteboard. Like, go do shit.
I
Don't
mean,
talk to
I
me.
honestly leave me alone.
Leave him
I'm doing
alone.
things with my friends.
Yes, Tony, the air fryer is just amazing. Air fryer
I
and
we are
both.
Yep, where our air fryer is well loved. We so what we actually do is we cook these. We get them at Dollar General. They're made by Purdue. They are chicken. They are uh, popcorn chicken, and then we cook up some rice, and then from there, sometimes I'll make some noodles, and we just do that over rice with noodles, and it's so good.
Yes. Rice in the instant pot. Amazing. Comes out perfectly every time.
I like my rice cooker, and I will stay with my rice cooker.
If we have the room for the rice cooker, we do that too, but a lot of tots with that. Okay, so Mac will literally, this was his meal for a while. It was chicken nuggets, either tater tots or French fries, and he would just dump it all into the air fryer and then cook it. That was his meal. So, well, yeah,
Was
rice
that his
cooker
meal
must in your house, sure.
when you guys first moved down there? That was his meal for like the first
Oh
like
yeah,
what 3.
yeah, because freezer stuff was easy to like just have. So, but yeah, no, that that. So this is what's going to happen, you guys, during Gabbin Gals. We're going to have a topic, and it's just going to branch off. But anyway, so circling
We're gonna
back.
start with some roots, and from those roots, we're gonna grow a tree with
A lot
lots
of
of branches. So
branches.
just try to stick it
Strap
out with
in,
us.
bitches.
We're going for a ride.
um,
Um,
but that I
we
think
are the
that
same
Christmas.
person.
What?
We are the same
I
person.
know. It's disgusting. That Christmas dinner, because my coworker Chris showed up too, and I love Chris. Like if I got anything from my time working for the sheriff's department, my friendship with Chris was the cake. I love that guy so much. He's so funny, and we just had a blast that Christmas. And then
We did.
you had already moved up to where you moved to, your current
Yes.
location. You'd already obviously met David.
Hmm.
Let's just say, can I just tell you guys, like a little personal thing here? Her move from her previous boyfriend to David. Woo! I'm gonna tell. Her ex boyfriend's name was Chad. Chad.
If you look up the definition in the dictionary, you'll see his picture
Right. Chad
right
was
next to the name.
I and you know, I was always
Fucking chaw and awe
I
right in the
tried to
cheek.
be so nice, obviously, like going over to her house and I wouldn't have to see him all the time, but every once in a while I'd see him and I'm just like, I don't like this guy. Like I never liked him. But obviously, like your friends or her my boss at the time, she was my boss. You would never say anything. So when she finally like dumped his ass, oh, fucking
I was
hallelujah,
relieved.
praise the Lord.
Oh,
Like it was great.
and the leaving was chaos. Oh
I
God, that was
bet.
crazy.
Was it? Didn't his
Oh,
mother like come in and bitch about the
she came.
mattress?
Oh my God.
The
So real
mattress. That's
quick, we'll get
right.
into this later. We'll get into this later,
The
but real quick,
relationships. Right, right, right. The relationship
he called
section.
his mom. He called his mom, and she came over, and I was like, "I'm gonna take the mattress," and she's like, "You're not taking the mattress." And so this like 60-year-old woman like jumps on this mattress as I'm trying to pick it up and take it out of the house. Like I couldn't even leave to like leave this person because they wanted to like take. I'm like, I literally he came. I moved everything of mine up there, and he brought 2 boxes. I was like, I'm not leaving my stuff in this house. I'm taking it with me.
Yeah, Chad was a Chad. So I was very, very happy to have met David and it's
She
just seen.
unpacked my children's like baby food into the kitchen because like your son's not going to eat Chef Boyardee, beefaroni, Linda. Jesus. Okay. Sorry, I just
And
had
no,
to add that
it's
last
fine.
part.
I
That
wanted
was
to make
really
it
triggering for me. The fact that she was like undoing like my children's like we had these like little beef hot dog things because like little cheese was really little still, and you could put them. There was like beef and beans for toddlers, and you put them in, and she's unpacking them, and I'm like, he's not eating those. He's like a 20-year-old man. Those are mine for my child.
right. Yeah.
Crazy
Like I
lady.
said, Chad was a Chad. Glad that he got on the picture. Um, but really,
Oh look, there's another branch.
that's a relation. I think that's like week like 7 or something, right? I don't know. But
Yeah,
really,
that's gonna be
what?
down the road when we establish a viewer,
Yeah.
people to forgive us for our transgressions.
Right. Um, it was that Christmas, and then we were friendly. Like we got closer as far as, and that was right before I left. I think it was right before I left.
You're
So
going
I
really
had
deep into
started
this for like,
what?
or you're going really deep into this friendship. Like I
No,
was
no,
just
no.
gonna
Well,
give them
no.
like the talking points.
I was
I wasn't gonna tell
I
them like
was
the
trying.
timeline. They don't need to know that.
I was trying to get to a point, but we kept diverting. The point
Okay, what
was
point?
the point was that was right when Twitch became known in my life. Because Twitch is really
Oh,
like, even though we were friends, I think Twitch actually brought us closer.
oh yeah, totally,
So that's
100%.
what I was trying to kind of
We
get
didn't
to.
really have anything like to bond over. We
Right. I don't want to
had
say we didn't have anything in common because we have a lot in
we
common,
did, but
but
we didn't have something like an interest that we could like bond over. We needed
right.
every friendship needs that like one thing
Right.
that
It's
you
like
you
having a friend in high school,
yeah.
you, right, hobbies in common. And
So
Twitch,
she jumped into this head first, and then she's like, "Come on, bitch, you're going with me."
wake up, bitch, you're my new best friend. Yeah, and after
Wake
because the
up,
first
bitch.
mins, like I said, they started playing this game called Among Us, and I played with them, and I was like, oh, I could probably stream. And then it was, okay, well, if I'm going to stream, I need to just do it
Right.
because the extra money would be nice because I'm about to leave my job. So I left my job
I
and
remember that.
yeah. So I started streaming in like February, and by middle of March, I left my job because I just
Yep.
couldn't. And then I think like you were there, but it was like a month later
It was about a month after you started streaming that I was like
that you started.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then by May we had the original 4,
Yes.
Mango
Mango
and
was
Sal.
can I just, I know we're diverting off of like our friendship, but Mango was a follow for follow.
No way. Who'd she follow for follow from?
This was the dispatcher group.
Oh, she's dirty.
She's dirty. It was a dispatcher group. And it was one of those like, hey, I just started. Let's do it. Oh, I'll follow you, and then you follow me. And so,
Oh, so they were just like, oh, we're on Twitch in your dispatcher group.
I forget
Thank you,
how
Britt.
I
I love you, Mango.
I forgot how it came. I forgot how it came around, but nonetheless, like it
I
worked
learned
out really
early on
well.
how follow for follows worked, and I was like, God, there was this one guy who did it, and I never see him. He's never streaming anymore. I don't know what happened to him.
Do you
Like, I
remember
know I
his
didn't
name?
unfollow him. Um, it was Mad Matty. Do you remember that guy?
No.
I used
Right.
to watch him I watched him for like a year, and then I never saw him ever again. And I went and looked, and he hadn't streamed in forever. It was like he just stopped one day.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Right, Mango, that's exactly it. Like that's
But
I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Like, oh, we're
one of those
building a
people,
network.
one of those people still follows me, still comes and says hi, and I still follow them. Out of all of the follow for follows from that original like group, one of those people.
Yeah.
So don't do that. If you're new here, don't
Yeah.
do
If you're
that.
new to streaming, don't do the whole follow for follow. Or hey, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. Which is also how, like, I mean, we're getting now into like Twitch etiquette, which is another topic we'll talk about. So
That we plan. Oh, I
we'll
can't
save
wait for
it.
that
We'll save
one.
it. We'll save that one.
I'm excited for Twitch etiquette.
Right. Twitch etiquette's going to be a big one, and I think we'll have uh
I think that would be a good one for special guests from both sides.
yeah.
Another
Yeah.
streamer and another person who's like a sole moderator who doesn't really stream. I think that would be a good one to have other opinions in that besides my own, because I have very strong opinions about Twitch
And I do
etiquette.
too. And actually, we actually have some differing opinions too. So that'll be good. FYI, we do have ads starting in 2 minutes. I do apologize, you guys, but it is what it
Okay.
is. So, um, let's see. So that with the friendship is just kind of how that progressed. And as we've gone along with Twitch, and at first we're very like close knit. We stuck together a lot, and then we both of us started kind of branching out to different little communities.
You know, I
And then we
think I
bring
think
those
we need to
communities back
pause.
together.
No, no. Here's what we need to do. Okay, I'm gonna go get some pizza, and I
Okay.
think you need to queue up. You need to queue up what really, really solidified our friendship in Twitch, and bring up the gazebo. You
You're
gotta
absolutely
watch
right.
it. I mean, this is the
Let me
first
see if I can add
episode.
it.
Yep, this is the first. No, the gazebo. This is the first episode. This is gonna. That was really when we realized that we worked well together in games, and we enjoyed playing video games together. Was kind of leading up to that specific. Look at, here comes Olive. Yes, I love that. All right, I'm gonna go get some pizza while she turns on
Let
the
me see if I can.
movie.
Oh, you know what? You know what I can do? I can just do.
YouTube.
I
Hold
can
on.
just do a YouTube, and I can just do a monitor capture. Okay. Hi, Olive. Let me go. So basically, what this is, for those of you who have not seen this, this is the gazebo clip. This is something we did when we were playing the forest for like the first time. Um, I wish I would have had this queued up, but but I did not. So this was also back before I was really good at a lot of editing. So let me do this. Let me pop this over, add a window capture, add existing. Oh, hey, husband.
Hi.
You scared the crap out of me.
Okay.
Let me. Hopefully this works. Let me know if you guys can hear it or not.
I have something to confess to you.
What?
You left me alone in the forest for a little bit today. You remember that?
Did I?
You did. I broke something.
How do I add window capture? Uh-huh.
I'll just tell you when you're ready.
Well, you put me on the spot, man. Now I'm. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Whew, there it is. So, there we go. What do you need to tell me? She muted herself and doesn't know.
Remember the zip line that went over to the other side?
You did not.
I did, but I rebuilt everything
Oh my
except
god. This
the
bitch.
zip line itself. So all you have to do is place the zip line where you want it again.
Oh my
And I
god.
cut down plenty of trees to replace the lumber. Well, it's ready. I just didn't know where you put it.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is the Great Gazebo Debacle of 2021. This is a clip of us working together in the forest. Let me know if you cannot hear it so that I can adjust it. So I'm going to mute, Britt's going to mute, and then enjoy.
What are you making? What are you making?
Look, it's going to be an elevated gazebo. It's going to be so cool.
Alright, well, I guess I better get to working on this log cabin of yours.
It's not a log cabin. And then I'm going to need more logs because we need to build stairs, etc.
Okay. Sorry, I'm busy cutting down your millions of logs that I have to cut down because you decided to build a big old mausoleum thing.
Since my only mod is in game with me and busy cutting down my logs.
Don't worry, I'll just be over here cutting trees down, picking up sticks and rocks.
Yeah! Achievement unlocked. You should be looking for Timmy.
That's...
I know.
I just unlocked the same one. That's so funny. Oh!
You know what looks really cool? That gazebo. Just saying.
You know it was a lot of work?
Not
That
the gazebo.
Just saying. We could do one of those upper... Oh, you know what? We could put a nice bench right here. And then we could put one of those standing fire things so it doesn't light everything on fire. One of...
And I bet you anything we could build another gazebo like over there and a platform that goes all the way. Oh my god.
No.
What?
I'm not building another gazebo.
I need 2 logs.
This is actually rather true.
But I don't know if...
We have a whole storage.
I know,
How
but
are you gonna...
how am I going to get them up there? Oh, you know what? All I have to do is...
Oh, I could make a crane. Crane.
A few moments later.
Put another rope over there.
Wait, I think I did it.
My gazebo.
Wow! I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
She destroyed my gazebo.
No, I don't know. No. I didn't. I swear to God, it wasn't touching it when I put it down, and as soon as I dropped it, the whole thing exploded. I don't even want this crane. That was the only place they would let me put it. That it wasn't red. Oh, I swear to God, I didn't do that on purpose. Oh my God, I'm crying right now.
Me too. I liked that gazebo. Okay. Ah.
Maybe we should build a crane first and then build like a gazebo.
Or build a gazebo and let me build the damn stairs that go up to it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling you, like, she did it on purpose. I swear to God.
Okay,
You've
listen.
never been able to recreate that.
So I was trying to put it down, right? And everywhere that I could put it, not knowing that I could just jump, now I know, everywhere I was putting it was red, and you can only put it down if it's like the color, right? If it's white. And
Yeah.
the only place that it was white, as soon as I placed it down, the whole thing exploded. So I literally like inhaled I gasped and inhaled at the same time and choked on it because I was so stunned that I had just broke it. And then I began just crying with laughter because I could not believe that I had just, it was like 84 logs. And
There's
I
a
had
lot of
just
fucking logs.
this thing. I had cut down trees through a raid. I had, the sticks were numerous, okay?
A lot of sticks.
Numerous. And now we've graduated to 300 log towers.
Yes.
So
Yes. So
wait until you see that.
someday. Oh my God. Wait, did you do it? Did you build that whole thing?
I'm going to.
Oh, I
with
was like,
everybody's
holy
help.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? I'm not going to do it by myself.
Well,
I'm
I
going to
mean, you were
wait
just
till you hire the hands for free, and then I'm going to
You
tell
were
everybody
just
what we're doing.
talking about like how you fucked up my zip line. So
All you got to do is put it down, and we just got to get some rope, and then we're done.
Yeah.
We're good. I fix.
You fixed. So, but yeah, no, that's really that was really one of the big moments. That was actually before you started streaming, and after I had just started. So it was very early on, as you can tell. Like obviously, I was Anjou Plays. You were Dispatch Queen.
Yeah.
I had that weird, the weird overlay at the top, and my ghost, my little ghosty with the booty.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I kind of
I
miss
still
that
have that
ghost
cup.
booty. It's a good
I
cup.
still have that cup.
It's a good cup. It's a collectible now. And shortly after that, Brit's first clip happened.
Actually, Tony, I was just thinking about that because I was so determined. I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can play video games on the internet, and people are going to think that I'm great at this. So I'm going to go ahead and just run. And I ran right off a cliff,
Right off a cliff?
in the forest. And,
Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, what was it? Oh, I don't think you said shit
No.
or no or anything.
I was like, oh, God.
There it is. The sigh.
Because like what was going through my head when I turned around and I looked back up at the cliff is I was like, oh, this might be harder than I thought. Because I was just trying to be brave enough to play the game by myself. I was in, vegetarian mode at this time.
Right, that's true. And now this chick is like
I'm still scared.
fighting monsters by herself, like jumping off of walls and attacking them. It's
Don't lie to
fantastic.
these people. I only do it when you. No, I only do it when you go down there because I don't want to let you. I won't let you die.
I guess that's true, but still, friendship. See? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. So
when you jump in and you start hacking at people, or they start trying to tear down the wall, I don't want to rebuild that wall. So I will jump in there and start hacking and swinging.
that's true. So, but yeah,
Case
I mean,
in point, before I left, there was one in the noose, and I let him go.
oh, that was nice. 'Cause fuck you.
I was not going out there by myself.
So, but yeah, no, that's basically been our friendship so far, and since then it's gotten a little bit stronger just because I think we have more interactions. Britt is somebody I would call if I was sitting on the toilet and needed to talk to somebody for whatever
We have had
reason.
toilet conversations that
Whatever,
has solidified our friendship forever.
That's right. You're not true friends with the person unless you are talking to them while you're pooping,
True.
or if you explain your poops. Like, man, I gotta go take a shit. Like it's just one of those things. And
Listen, you don't have to out my freaking Facebook voice messages, okay? Like, we don't need to tell everybody about the fly in the butthole.
okay, you just brought it up, so Britt has flies tickle her butthole. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Mango. So I'm a big girl, and I sat down on the toilet, and this fly was in there, and I didn't know. It went right up, and it touched like did a little jig on my butthole.
I bought my phone used. I think I'm gonna burn it now, Shaggy. Shaggy.
Bitch, you're my new best friend.
Really?
Vukaj.
Are we going to the
Vukaj
zoo?
TV, thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome in. What a really awkward time.
I was just about to say, did you follow because of the fly butthole jig?
Yeah,
Is that what
if
you're
you
here for?
did.
Oh, we're friends.
Oh, hello, Machio. Hello, ciao. I'm from Italy. Oh, so you're used to butthole flies, or
Like, is this?
I don't know what's going on, but
I apologize. That was supposed to be a personal story. I didn't
Well,
realize we
I
had
mean-
friends here.
I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't apologize because we're here, and I do like pizza. You know who likes pizza?
Me,
Ashley's eating pizza.
I am eating pizza. That is true.
Not the butthole flies. Oh my god. I'm not even kidding when I say you're the third streamer to talk about bathroom phone etiquette today. I mean, because the thing is like we don't talk about things like that because we're like, oh my god, no one wants to hear that. But it happens all the time. People do it. Does your significant other not call you from the bathroom sometimes? Like, it happens.
Like, if I have
We
a thought,
need to normalize restroom phone times.
conversation.
Right.
And like, if I have a thought or like I'm in a hurry, I will call David and be like, "Hey, this is what's going on. Okay, flush."
I wish I had. I wish I could saved, and I'm sure I could find it. I just not right now. The moment, and it has nothing to do with bathrooms, but when Britt talks about like how she has ideas that come in her head, she just calls.
My nose is freaking huge.
What was it? We had a ladybug issue.
Oh yeah.
Like we have ladybugs, like, and Britt just one time she calls and I answer and she is breathless. Oh my god, I figured out your ladybug problem or something like that. She was so excited that she figured out my ladybug problem.
I know why you have ladybugs in your house.
That's okay. I know I have ladybugs in your house, and she just was so excited about it. So excited about it.
I thought it was cool, but at the same time, like, they didn't know why they had ladybugs because they're new to the area, and I was like, it's because it's cold and they're seeking warmth.
I mean,
Because
exactly.
here, where I'm from, right, the ladybugs actually migrate. So they actually migrate down into the valley, and then in the summertime, they migrate back up to, actual ladybugs. And they migrate back down, in the wintertime. So there's actually like migrations for the ladybugs. And, no, they're actual ladybugs.
I think hers are ladybugs. I actually think ours are Asian beetles.
Well,
I do
yours
think
are
they're
wrong.
I think. And then Vukash, I'm so sorry to answer your question. I am from the southeast United States, and Britt is from the west coast of the United States. So
I'll call it like the central West Coast. Give me some credit. We're almost to Oregon.
that's true. That's true. When I think West Coast, I don't think Oregon, and I don't think Washington. I think California. When I think Pacific Northwest, that's Oregon and Washington to me, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, yeah, the South thing, the Asian beetles. I mean, right now they're literally clustered in a corner in my 12-foot ceiling, and I have to go get them somehow. So
Get the shop vac and just
they're really far up there. So
get a step stool. Have your husband hold it. Have him hold the shop vac.
have them hold something. But kind of like your state, you don't really consider yourselves Midwest, just West. Yeah, deep fry them for Mac snacks. Oh my god.
So one of the other things that we were hoping you guys could help us out with is maybe even talking about some of the topics that you think you'd like us to talk about. So we figured we could take some questions from chat and see what you guys had. You guys have spent a little bit of time with us, and kind of from in one way or another, each of us.
Right. And we're going to be taking, obviously continually take like suggestions or whatever.
No, you can only take suggestions from chat in the 10-minute window that I have allotted for it.
That is right. It does say 10
No.
minutes. Take questions from chat, 10 minutes. Who cooks better? Well, I mean, we
Probably Ange.
like next week, what I think we're going to do is we've decided to do like the would you rather.
Yep.
So each of us is going to come up with like 10 would you rather questions. And then we'll obviously take some from chat too. Penis!
But you gotta spell it right.
Yeah,
I can't ban you if you don't spell it right,
Why
dude.
is it
Pee-pee.
penis? Penis? Pen us? Are we penning who? Who are we
No,
penning? Pen us!
There
penis.
you go.
Penis.
Bye. He did it. Yay.
Yay. Here's
we-
the thing. We taught somebody something new today.
Yep, we finally learned somebody how to spell penis. Everybody should know how to spell that.
Right. You want to do a really tough one, graduate to the next grade, get with vagina, so. But anyway. But yeah, so like next week we're going to do kind of just the would you rather. That way we have a little bit more time to kind of formulate some of these topics that we've had. Like, again, some of the topics are going to be like dating red flags. We're going to talk about these various red flags and like bad dating stories and dating do's and don'ts. I mean, just stupid shit. Anything we can kind of like banter back and forth with. The craziest thing we've done for a significant other. I actually am not looking forward to that one because it's going to show my crazy a little bit.
Wait,
But,
the craziest thing that we've done for a significant other, like in a good way or in a bad way?
I guess
Are you
both.
talking?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure
Are
it
you talking
out.
about like pettiest thing? Because that was what we were talking about.
I mean, it could be petty. Could be.
I mean, I like my petty story.
There you go. But save it. That's the problem. Like, I want to talk about these things like right now, but I'm like, okay, we gotta wait. We gotta wait.
I know, right?
Here we go. I'm him. Mom.
No, I'm a hymen.
I'm Hyman.
I like that.
This person does not know how to spell body function parts, body parts. I'm a hymen. Ugla. Anyway.
That is actually a really delicious dish. I don't know if you guys have ever had ugala, but it's actually really, really good.
You know
It's
what?
got
You know when it's
noodles.
really good is in the air fryer. If you
In the air
take,
fryer?
yeah, if you take your ugla and you pop it in the air
I
fryer.
sent the ugala to the air fryer.
Okay. If you put it in the air fryer, it's fantastic. It comes out very crispy, but a soft center. Tastes a little bit like pizza. So, the Twitch etiquette one that'll be a nice long one. We'll definitely have to get like somebody, one of the mods, either one of our channels
Penis.
to be the penis.
Yeah, we'll have to do
Penis.
some. We'll have to do some like asking around and just kind of see.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about it and kind of see who would fit into what we had planned.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Magic fingers.
magic fingers. But and then I think we're planning on keeping these like around an hour to an hour and a half. Is that kind of what we were doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be done by like 8 my time. I would like to not, especially on Sunday nights, I'd like to not go past that because I
Yeah,
do work,
'cause you
tomorrow
work.
morning. So, and then if you are working early on Mondays, we can keep it, a little bit shorter depending on, so you're not being up super late. But I don't like to stay up super late. So
Yeah. Oh, that'll be perfect because then it just kind of gives a nice little boop right there.
unless
So-
I'm being sweaty at Fortnite.
unless you're being sweaty at Fortnite. Wow. Anyway,
We've
so
been doing really good with that.
anyway, so that's going to be Gabbin Gals for us. It's just something I've wanted to do for a while, and I can't think of anybody better to do it with than Miss Britt here. And next week we're going to be on her channel, and we're going to be doing the Would You Rathers. And so that means after bingo, we'll just raid over there, and yeah.
I don't expect this kind of like professional setup. I will do the best that I can with what I have. So
We'll work on
just
it.
we're gonna work on it quite a lot, probably over the next week until we get it set up. Um,
And there's things
Thank
we're going to
you.
add to, I think, for this. Like, we'll probably try and find some like lo-fi background music, so it's not just like silent. Maybe fix the overlay. I mean, we'll do a lot of things. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it and to see where it goes. And if there's any suggestions or input from the community that isn't penis or I'm a hymen, please, let us know. We are only but two peasants that cannot come up with all the ideas on our own. So
Right. Well, we'll do our best. So,
I'm gonna try.
we never talked about like how we're going to end these things. So I don't know how to end this other than just saying, "Hey, Army Angel."
So I think the best way for us to end this is going to be for each one of us to have like a singular screen. So like you're going to go to
So I guess maybe I'll just go to like my just chatting. Maybe I'll have like
because you're rating out. So I mean,
Right.
you're rating out from your channel. I would be rating out from my own channel.
Right.
So I feel like once the Gabbin Gals is done and you're taking everybody off to a different place, it should be from your just chatting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
And
we
I
would
think-
we would thank everybody for coming, say our goodbyes. This is what we plan to talk about next week. And then what time we're going to be there and where we're going to be.
I like it. So,
Can I do it?
well, Shaggy, we're not streaming together. That's the thing. So she's not currently streaming right now. I'm the only one streaming. Next week, I will end my stream, and then we're gonna go to Brit's stream, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'll start as she's ending, and then she'll rate into me, and then we'll do Gabbin Gals over on my channel, and then I'll get the opportunity to rate into somebody else. So
Right.
Next week's topic is going to be Would You Rather, a 10v10. We're going to also open that up at the end for chat to do some Would You Rather for us as well. I'm interested to see what Ange comes up because I have some ideas already, and I feel like she's not prepared. So
I mean, we'll see, I guess.
so next week, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central Time, approximately, give or take a little bit, depending on how bingo goes. Okay.
Right.
So that's approximate. Chiba, actually, if you would like to, there's a really good topic that you could probably join in on that we will reach out to you and discuss with you because we would love to include you.
Is this talking about the pooping? Is this the pooping one?
No, he's already in like a group poop. I was actually talking about the etiquette.
Oh.
I think he'd be good at that. But so next week we're going to be, like I said, hold on. I got this.
You got it.
Do this.
You got it. I got you.
Bingo is going to be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Ange will rate into me. So we will be over on my channel at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific for Gabbin Gals over in my space on Twitch. So, tune in for bingo, play a little bit of bingo,
We'll
get your entries in for the gift card. The gift card is a $25 gift card to Steam, which will be up for grabs at the end of the month. And then Ange will rate over to me, and we will then forward that love at the end of Gabbin Gals over to a friend that we find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I think I have a good idea of who we could possibly rate out to occasionally on Sundays. Somebody that's very, very well spoken as well. So
Yeah.
well, I shouldn't say as well.
There's
well spoken. They came across really bad. I'm sorry.
yeah, you're like somebody who is in the same caliber of speaking as us is.
It is not me. That is not good.
So awesome. Yeah, no, that's what we'll do. That is a plan. And then what I'll do is I already have a raid target in mind. It's an EBGG member, somebody, because I think I have rated everybody who's kind of on my list, like up at the top. I've already rated recently. And this is somebody I want to rate, Anyway, so yeah, Britt, thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having
Chat,
me.
thank you for hanging out after bingo. I appreciate it. We had a good time with this first one. I'm looking forward to the other conversations. I think it's going to be really good. And then I will try to edit this video just to kind of cut it and stick it on YouTube. I don't know if we're going to make, I don't know if we're going to make a channel for it or if we're just going to keep it on mine or yours if you have one.
Don't forget, you don't spell penis with a U.
Yes,
Lesson for
and
tonight.
that is something to learn for tonight. A really good to get on a serious topic here. A really good takeaway tonight is when you spell penis, it's P-U. It's not P-U. It's P-E. P-E-N-I-S. Not P-E-N-U-S. Oh gosh, yes, hymen. It's also spelled Hymon. So, all right. I think Britt, if you just end, or can I just remove? I think I can remove you from stream. So say goodbye. Oh, she removed herself. This bitch removed herself. Fine.